Okay, I decided to do another quick video. I brought the webcam a little bit closer to me. I'll get an actual real microphone someday. But so what I thought I would do to hold us over until the next video is I took a trade. I didn't take a trade. I was looking to take a trade earlier and seeing how the bot was gonna analyze the market and decide whether it should take a trade or not. So, and I did was I took the let me find it here. So I took a screenshot of the chart at a specific time frame, and as it was continuously analyzing the market, it was looking to see if it could take a long or a short trade. I have 6 indicators that it looks to see if it should take the trade based on the results of these indicators. And you can see over here, like volume, RSI, MACD, VWAP, and I have 6 filters set up, and I can determine in my configuration file how many filters need to be valid. There'll be a little green checkbox or red X. If it passes all 6, hey, you're really strict. If you this is in the configuration file. If you want only 3 filters out of the 6 to be applicable, you loosen it up a little bit. It's all configurable and how tight and you want to control your trading. If you feel, depending on market conditions, you can loosen up the reins a little bit on the bot and give it a little bit more freedom. Of course, the more freedom it has, the more risk. But anyway, so what I did was I monitored for a while. I'm thinking, wow, you would think the bot would want to, the market was going down. Why wouldn't it buy in? Well, I mean, it depends on all the other indications what it was going to do. We really didn't know. The bot had an idea. It knew exactly what was going on. But I'm thinking, hey, we're heading down. Should we jump in? And it just sat there analyzing, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I let it go for a while, and then I exited the program. And then I took the screenshot, and then I took the log files and this terminal output, dumped it into ChatGTP, and said, hey, analyze what was going on here. I was just curious as to know what the bot was doing. So let's see what ChatGTP said as far as what it thought was going on. Thanks for the detailed screenshot. It confirms everything. Market status from your chart and bot filters. You're looking at the September 25 MES micro futures chart at a 5-minute candle at 16:27 today. And this is what ChatGTP is saying was the condition of the market based on the chart and the log files, and then it's going to determine why the bot did or didn't take the trades. It didn't do any trading. It just sat there and said, hey, wait a minute here. So a breakdown of the current market conditions based on the chart and the log files. Price action. The price action was good. Recent hard sell-off from 63.35 down to 63.20. So we were selling off. Now there's some consolidation at the lower end of the range. And then we start failing on my my filters, my indicators. MACD histogram below 0, which is bearish. Shrinking histogram bars equals momentum is weakening even in the bearish direction. This is why your bot says failed MACD histogram RSI VWAP. Those did not pass the test. It, based on what the bot was seeing in the market, is what it determined to fail these indicators. And ChatGTP is explaining this. So it next looks at the RSI. It dropped sharply, now hovering just above 40, not oversold, not bullish, neutral to weak. So boom, it didn't like that indicator. 15 EMA filter. Your short trades are still being blocked because price hasn't clearly confirmed sustained movement below the 15 EMA. Trend filter is still saying not enough confirmation to short yet. Boom, did not pass the test. VWAP, price is hovering just around VWAP. Weak signal equals bad entry timing for both long and short. And the volume had a caution. Spikes on red candles equal panic selling, but not consistent enough for confident trend entry. Not a steady high volume sell off. So the bot summary, this is what my bot came up with as to what it was doing, why it decided to take or not take a trade. All these indications were failed, except the volume was okay. Trade skipped because only 2 of the 6 filters were valid. My strategy is to compare 6 different filters, um, but you can configure it to tighten or loosen it depending on which you want to concentrate on. So I can loosen it up if I wanted to. If I don't want to lose any money, theoretically, I'll make it pass. It has to pass all those filters. So it says your bot is reading the market exactly right. Some signs of bearish move, but too weak, too late, too risky. Conclusion: smart bot behavior. You're entering the end of a move, not the start. The bot is right not to chase this breakdown. Entering now would likely mean getting caught in a dead cat bounce or chop. And then it said, oh, you want to make a fancy dashboard and some other enhancements. So it basically agrees with the chart and the log files that the bot made the right decision to not enter any trades based on this information. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Was that like, remember, the bot is not a human. It's void of all emotions, fear of missing out, all this other crap, distractions and what ifs, and I sneezed and coughed or whatever. It doesn't care about all that. The bot is not a human being that's affecting anything. All it does is look at variables and static values and calculations and data, and makes all the determinations on what it should do based on that information. And it's just a matter of tweaking it to get it to the right level. I did multiple trades the other day. All were in profit. Again, I'm on paper trading. I said international brokers. What I meant to say was interactive brokers in the other video. Interactive brokers, paper trading account, but with live data. So I'm using actual live data as if I was actually trading in the live market, but only paper trading. And I've got almost every trade I made was in profit with this bot. The only time we had problems was we were debugging it, because we were debugging it live on the fly. I'd make a trade, or the bot would make a trade, and I'm like, wow, I'm in the red already. What's going on here? Why didn't it buy, or why did it make a sell? And then I'd paste the chart and the log files into ChatGTP, and it would analyze and go, well, here's why that happened. Now we need to check your code to see if the logic's there. The logic is there and actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. So the damn ChatGTP does know what the hell it's doing. For the most part, it knows where to go. A lot of the bullshit I had with it was just after the fact, damn file updates and changes and everything. Just make sure you keep copies of your original files, man, because there's one time I got to the point where we were making so many changes left and right. I had like 20 files all named differently. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell the main file is anymore. What's the gold file? And then you get the dreaded, I don't want to call it a lie, I'll call it misleading statements from ChatGTP. Hey, I'm confused here. I don't even know what the hell the correct file name is anymore. We made so many damn changes. You got to remember to keep on updating your gold file, and always remember that, and tell ChatGTP to use that file. And there's times where ChatGTP will come back and say, hey man, it didn't say hey man, but that'd be funny. I have an actual text to voice, so my ChatGTP does talk to me. But it'll come back and say, hey, I tried to rebuild the file, but we changed the name so many times that you need to upload your code. I'm like, I don't even know what the right code is. How the hell am I going to upload my code? We made 1,000 changes. I don't even know where the code is. I've named it so many times. So you got to remember to keep everything straight, man. Once you get something working or half working, designate that as the gold file and tell ChatGPT the file name and say, use this file. Make all your future changes based off of this code, this base code. And that seems to work. But it's still, because it can't use the same file name over and over, it has to change it to make temporary file changes. It has to rename it, the files. But it gets confused sometimes. And then you get confused. And then you start going backwards trying to add code you've already done like hours ago. I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me that I would say, here's my code, analyze the code, here's my environment file, tell me if they're in sync, and tell me if all the code is there that we need to get this done. And it'll say, well, this part of it, you have this, this, and that, but you're missing this, this, and that. I said, well, we had this, this, and that 10 hours ago. Where the hell is it? Well, because we changed the file name so many times, and then it would give me these lame excuses. I don't know if they're lame, but, the sandbox, I had to reset it, and I had to do this, and it was funny to see ChatGTP giving me lame excuses of why things didn't work. And how many times, and I used to like harass it. I go, aren't you humiliated right now that you promoted this change to me, this update, and you said a list of things, what you did to make sure that it was going to work, and all the checks you made, and then in the end, to have it fail? Don't you feel humiliated by that? Anyway, I'm totally sorry. I know your frustration, blah, 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 blah. So it was just like round and round and round sometimes with that. But anyway, so I just wanted to give you an idea of what ChatGTP thought about its own bot based on market conditions and the charts and the log files and everything. And it kind of like said, yeah, your bot did exactly what it was supposed to do. Nothing. So, again, I just want to throw this out there, and then we'll we'll put up another video of an actual live paper trade using live data, and then we'll have ChatGTP analyze it. Past history so far, it's all pretty damn profitable. And in the stop losses, it trails as it's going up. It's locking them in. It's doing everything a scalper human would do, but without any hesitation and without any second guessing. Man, it's just doing it. I don't know what to think about the future when you have you got PCs trading. I mean, they do it now, I guess, algorithmic trading and all that. But I saw a guy made a statement, I think it was on another social media platform. What if everybody was trading with bots? Nobody would win and nobody would lose. They would all be trading and selling at the same time or something weird like that. I'm scratching my head. Does that even, can that happen? Can that make sense? All right. Well, anyway, so, all right. Thanks for anyone of the 1 or 2 people that watched this video. And I'm looking forward to uploading the next live trading video that we can look at and analyze, and then we can talk about how you could do something like this. Wouldn't that be cool if you could just sit back and have this thing trading in the background while you're out cutting grass or sleeping or out partying or whatever, and this thing's making money. But we'll see what happens. Okay, catch you later.